Good morning, Glam Queens and Glam Kings, and welcome to Glam and Vintage. So today we are going to have a quick Q&A. Thank you so much to everybody that watched my first video. Thank you all for your support and also for your messages. And the reason why we're going to do a Q&A today is because I got a couple of questions and obviously we are going to address them. First question that I got from a couple of people was asking why I am doing this vlog, what this vlog is all about, if I'm trying to be an influencer or if I'm marketing something or selling something. So first of all, no, I'm not trying to be an influencer. I am not selling anything at the moment, at least. But I started this vlog because in the past couple of years, I went through quite a lot of traumatic events in my life, which really pulled me down and made me feel pretty worthless, or like disabled me, basically. Made me really question myself, like my strengths, whether I could actually, whether I was who I thought I was. It basically made me look at myself and question who I was. So it got to a point where it was so bad, I wasn't doing anything. I was like not even getting up and getting dressed properly and stuff. I was just kind of going through the motions of life and just trying to survive, which is not a good place to be. So one day I decided to just stop all of that and to start living. And the way that I did that was by using social media. Obviously, I was still on social media. I was following a lot of people, and you know, on social media, people post about their lives, what they're doing, etc., share their journeys, basically their personal growth, etc. So I thought to myself, you know what? Let me start a page on which I sort of post the things that I love, post nice pictures of myself, post myself doing things that I enjoy doing, and use it as a way to show myself that I am actually growing. Things are actually getting better. I am better than I was last week, like a visual diary of how my life is progressing and where, like, slowly moving closer to who I was, who I know I am, and showing myself the things that I'm capable of, and also showing myself that yes, I can look pretty, I do look nice in those pictures, etc. All of that, and at the same time showing the things that I love to do: interior design, hunting for amazing clothes and jewelry, etc., and sharing that with people, but then also as a way for myself ultimately to reference back and see, like, now when I look at my pictures, I can go back to April when I started this blog and I can say to myself, wow, I really have grown. I wasn't living where I am living now back then. I didn't have a place of my own. I didn't even go out. I didn't have friends. It was just a whole different person. And now I feel like a couple of months down the line, I am happy. I'm doing the things that I love doing. I am actually living closer to the life that I would like to live, which is a great step. And it's something that's nice for me to reference back to. So basically, that's what this blog is about. It is my self-growth journey, which I am sharing. And I think it's a great way to use social media. It's an encouragement for me. I love watching other people like share their stories. I love seeing people post beautiful things because I love beautiful things. We all do. And yes, I love to post the beautiful things that I come across and things that I think people might find interesting. And yes, it's, you know, what interests me might not necessarily interest everybody else. So it's a choice, obviously, to watch or not to watch. But then there's no pressure. I'm not trying to get like 1 million followers or anything like that. I just want to share what I've been through, what I do every day, and what I enjoy. And then ultimately, a couple of people have asked me, which is another question that's coming up, if I do sell any of the things that I post, some of my looks and some of the furniture. So, well, we are working towards that. I guess now, because I've received quite a lot of questions, especially about like the jewelry and some of the clothing, I am putting together a store, and it will be linked to my Instagram. So you will be able to buy some of the nice vintage pieces that I find. I will post everything, like in all of the pictures that I post, there's usually a couple of vintage things that I will be wearing. So if those are up for sale, I will post a link so that you can go to the store and you can, if you're interested, buy them if you would like. And yes, we will ship worldwide, because there are people that have asked me that are from Zimbabwe, which is another question. Where am I from? I am from Zimbabwe in Southern Africa. I moved to the US a year ago. And yes, I like it so far. But yes, I'm from Zimbabwe, and yes, we do ship. I will ship to Zimbabwe and anywhere else where anybody is, if they're interested. Okay, and then that takes me to my next question, about weight loss, which is something different. So I have always kind of been slim, so I can't say that I've been like overweight, but I do put on a lot of weight. Like over the summer, I'm going to put a picture here. I did put on a lot of weight. It was the holidays. I took a road trip to Florida and then to Atlanta and then back again. And I just ate everything and snacked. You know, when you're on holiday, you just kind of eat and snack and kind of enjoy yourself. So I did everything, and I put on 10 pounds. I was 150 pounds. I was kind of very startled when I got back. 150 pounds is like 68 kgs. So I was really startled when I got back and I stepped on a scale, but I could tell that I was really heavy. Like I was like pretty heavy. I've never been that big ever in my life. The most I had been before that was like 64 kgs. So that kind of prompted me to kind of start something and to kind of, you know, get rid of that, because there's nothing wrong with, like, you know, you choosing to remain whatever weight you like, but then it's all about how you feel comfortable. And for me, I feel comfortable when I am smaller, less. So yeah, I started intermittent fasting. That is what I do. I do not eat after 6 p.m. and before 12 noon. So I only eat between those hours, 12 noon and 6 p.m. And I eat 2 meals. So I will break my fast around 12. I will eat something healthy. I stay away from carbs, and I eat meat, you know, eat something that is filling so that you don't feel hungry. And then like salads with olive oil, things like liver are great. You know, just things that are going to make me full and not make me like want to snack. So, and then the last meal I have is basically like around 5:30. So by 6 I'm done. I don't eat anything after that until the following day at 12 noon. And if at 12 noon I'm not feeling hungry, I don't just eat. I think the key is just to not eat when you're not hungry. You know, you eat when you're hungry, and you must just be mindful of what you eat. No junk food and stuff like that, because that's not going to help. But this has helped me immensely. I lost the 10 pounds in a very short space of time. I can happily say I'm back down to 140 pounds, which is great. But then my goal is to be about 135. So I just have like another 5 pounds to go. In addition to that, I also do yoga, which I find is great. It's like, it strengthens you. It's not hectic. Like, I'm not a runner. I don't go to the gym. You know, I'm not really like a gym person. I like stuff that is just like, you know, a little bit calmer. So I use my own body to strengthen myself. And for me, that really, really works. So I would recommend that. But definitely the intermittent fasting has been great, especially for stomach fat. My stomach is really flat now. But yeah, that's great. So yes, those were primarily the questions that I got. And if there are any other people that have questions, please feel free to ask. Happy to answer, happy to chat with everybody. And to everyone that's been chatting to me, like in my inbox, thank you. I like that you're interested. it's fun. And yeah, this is an interesting journey for me, a journey of recovery and getting back to the me that I was, the me that I know I am, and the me that I always want to be. So yes, after this, I have a couple of highlights from October. I did not show the Caribbean Fashion Week, so I'm going to show that. And then a little bit of a comment about the fashion industry. Oh yes, sorry, one last question. I was asked if I work in the fashion industry, what I do exactly. So I am the founder of Zimbabwe Fashion Week. So I have worked extensively in the fashion industry. We haven't had a fashion week in the past 4 years because of COVID, as well as my traumatic life situation, which I was going through. So I just did not have the strength or the capacity to put the event on. But then, yes, it might be coming back soon. That is something that's in the pipeline. But I have worked in the fashion industry for 20 years. I started as a model. I worked in South Africa and in Europe and in Zimbabwe a lot. And then after I stopped modeling, whilst I was modeling, I studied interior design and worked for 2 interior design companies in Johannesburg. And then I moved back to Zimbabwe, started the Fashion Week, ran that for several years, had restaurants as well. So I have done a little bit, I have dabbled in the restaurant industry, fashion, entertainment, everything. That is why I kind of feel like I can comment on the industry and stuff. So yeah, my comments on House Fashion Week. I thought it was great for a start. I think that the important thing in life is always to start something. We can comment and stuff, but then it has to always be constructive criticism. So I think how they started was great. Like I said, that first step is what is important. It is better to start something rather than to just kind of sit at home and procrastinate and not do anything with your life. So they started, which was good. Next year, I'm sure it'll be even better. I just think that the production needs to be worked on, like the runway shows, the lighting, the set, etc. But then other than that, I think it was a really good start. I commend them for starting. It takes courage to begin something, and yeah, kudos to them. And the Caribbean Fashion Week, that's been running for 9 years. I think that they need to up their game when it comes to production, as well as like designer selection. So yeah, I guess, you will see what it was about. I did attend only 2 days of the Caribbean Fashion Week. I didn't end up going to the whole week. But yeah, this is some of the footage from that. So please enjoy the rest of this and let me know your thoughts. Feel free to inbox me on Instagram or comment below. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Enjoy.